it. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into Wowhead Weekly number 119. Lots of new stuff on the 7.2 PTR, as well as stuff on live servers. But before we get into that, I would like to introduce my lovely co-host, Wowhead Site Manager, Perculia.
The best shows and fashion is fun. So yeah, 725 PTR. Let's get right into that first.
Yep, no problem. I hear a couple people said they couldn't hear you. I think we got that taken care of, though. It should be fine now. It should be fine now. So yeah, I'm super excited about the 7.2 PTR this week because there were some really, really cool things like new heirlooms. Everybody's excited about that.
Yeah, so there are new heirloom weapons and armor that go up to 110. These are sold by the usual vendors in Undercity and Ironforge. People are like, why do I need this heirloom that goes up to 110? Because I've got my artifact. But you never know if someone is coming back to the game or if they add level 110 boosts in the future. And they have to keep other expansions in mind because I don't think we'll be taking our artifact to whatever is beyond the agenda.
Oh, yeah. They've said that before. They said that there'll be something epic that we do with our artifact at the end of this, and then we won't use them in the next expansion. What I was also really excited about was the heirloom items that you could buy that would learn the old flight paths. They would teach you all the old flight paths.
So these are toys, and there's one for Kalimdor and one for Eastern Kingdom. And if you buy one, I think it works for the other faction, and they're also sold for gold. They can be pretty expensive. I think they're over a 10K. Of course, costs are subject to change, but I think that's pretty cool.
Well, especially since, like, if you boost a character now, they're given all of that. So it seems fair that they would give characters that already exist a way to learn those.
Yeah, and I know people are saying the price is expensive, but it does save a lot of time, and you're probably already spending a lot of gold if you've already bought all the other heirlooms.
Well, and what I was thinking too is, like, honestly, in this point of World of Warcraft, 10,000 gold isn't really that expensive. I mean, it's not a small chunk of money, but I mean, if you play fairly often, you probably have a lot more money than that.
Yeah, if you do some, world quests on your main and you target the gold ones or missions, you can get gold pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to farm out gold pretty quickly, and that's a pretty great deal, especially if those are flight paths that you don't have. There's also new legendary rings that we found out about this week. I've got them up on the screen for you guys. And what's cool about these is if you play Diablo at all, these work very similar to the Hellfire amulets.
Yeah, so we only have half of them so far, and a few of them seem kind of buggy. But yeah, basically, there's this ring, and you gain a talent when you equip it, and it has a prismatic socket as usual. And right now we know a few of them, like the rogue one is Vigor, the druid one is Soul of the Forest. We can't test these yet on the PTR, but they do show up in the legendary tab of your character screen.
I spilled my coffee. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And I think those are about it as far as legendaries coming. We did hear in the Q&A a few weeks ago that Blizzard was planning on legendaries for 725, so this wasn't, a last-minute addition. They've been planning it for a while. And also keep in mind that there will be a quest to upgrade your legendaries to 970 in the patch, so if you see these rings drop in the patch, they should start at 970.
Yeah, hopefully. That would be nice. Now, these were described as Hellfire amulets. Is that because the stats can change on them?
Oh, I was more like instead of like an interesting progress, just like, you get this. Like, it's very Diablo style. Like, you get this ability. And now it's like, well, if I got talent A from a ring, does that mean that I can just, like, get talent B, via the talent calculator, and then I have 2 talents, and then that really changes how I play. And
okay, I understand. There's some other stuff coming in 7.2 as well, like these new armor sets. I mean, we talked a little bit about the Chromium Scenario a couple of weeks ago, which is something that should be coming at the beginning of 7.25, it seems like, and it's going to be maybe some sort of solo challenge where you have to protect Chromie, although it sounds kind of tower defense-y because you do get to give her talents and stuff like that. Has that been tested?
No, they keep meaning to test it, but they keep pushing it back a week. So I guess it's pretty complex if there's always more stuff that has to be going on with it. But we got this cool armor that is called Chromium Scenario in the files. And if you've played for a while, you're like, hey, this looks kind of familiar. And they're all recolors of various dungeon sets from Wrath and Cataclysm, which makes sense because that's where the quest takes you. And they're, you know, kind of bronzy red recolors of some of these gear sets, which I'm fine with. I think it's themed, and newer players are like, oh, this is cool, and older players are like, oh, I love this set, now I have a new variation.
Oh, yeah. And then there's super good gear sets. You know what's funny is I will never forget, we did a podcast when Trial of Valor was about to come out, showing off all of the different transmog sets that you could get in that raid.
Yeah.
And I went there and I was like, I hate all of them. I hate all of them. And I've been maining the transmog set for shamans the whole time. So I feel like after that, since I had to, you know, eat my own shoe, I tried to take a really good look at these, and these sets are amazing. Like, these are great. Yeah. I love any set that involves asymmetrical shoulders. I just think that's a really cool detail. So I really love the one shoulder. I think that's the male set. But, I really like them. Plus, I'm always excited for new solo content, especially when it sounds so interesting, because, I mean, when we had the Nightfallen, the Withered training, I thought that was really difficult if you played a healer, so I usually just did it on my DPS spec, and so I'm excited to see what this Chromium scenario is going to be like, because that was sort of a joke. I mean, they acknowledged that the Withered training needed work at BlizzCon. It's not like they were in denial about that. I mean, they were very much like, yeah, that could have been better. So I'm really, really excited to see what this new solo scenario is like, and how we're going to be able to obtain this gear. And I don't know. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah. We also got a few more time walking toys in the data, which you can purchase with badges whenever Black Temple time walking and Outland time walking is up. Mm-hmm. It is the Verdant Throwing Spear, which you throw the Verdant Spear into a friendly targeted player, and if caught, the ally throws another. And then the Fractured Necrolite Skull, which is consume the soul of target critter to summon a portal to the Black Temple. So that's kind of cool if it's like, you know, you prey upon some bunny rabbit and then you can use it as a teleport to Shadowmoon Valley. That's kind of sneaky.
Well, you know what's funny too is that you use bunny as an example, and after I read that article about how so many things in World of Warcraft are controlled by invisible bunnies, it only seems fitting. Yep. I feel like the whole thing is a little bit of an inside joke among developers, but yeah, I'm excited for that. And of course, that is going to be, we were actually talking about this in my guild last night, like how we would handle Black Temple time walking, because it's not like it's going to be always available. It'll be, you know, like every other time walking where it'll come and it'll go. So we were talking about that last night, because everybody was like, you know what's going to happen is it's just going to turn into story time, and I don't want to listen to you guys, because we're a family and that's what we act like. But yeah, so I'm always excited for new things that we can get. And then also, we talked a little bit about last week with the Darkmoon Faire, the new things that were coming, those caged masks as well as the guitar. And we also found some new masks this week, which I actually put up they're right here. So I thought you might want to talk a little bit about those, because they're so cool.
Yeah, so we've got the Electric Beehive, the Grim Smile, Bitter Wounds, Slackjaw, Mohawk, and Romero mask. And Blizzard actually hid the Darkmoon Faire on the PTR, because I guess they're still working on whatever this is. But it looks like, you know, these are they're masks. They require the Darkmoon Faire, so now we have confirmation that these Blighthead masks, that this whole thing is actually related to the fair, and it's not a red herring. So that's cool. And if you missed it, you know, the Darkmoon Faire is going to have some sort of death metal encounter with this band called Blightbore, and there's this guitar you can get as a reward, and these weird cage helms, and the data mining implies that you have to like dance around and you get different points based on your score, and there's like a buff for the high score, and there's different members of the band, so it seems very fun. Also, as a side note, the banners for this mysterious Darkmoon Faire area have Shadow Council signs on them, so it's another conspiracy theory that the Darkmoon Faire is actually, you know, the old gods.
Of course it is.
Invading Azeroth.
What's not the old gods at this point? Sorry for that jinx thing that came up for a second. I was trying to bring up the helmets, and computers don't always, you know, agree with me. But that's the helmet that we were talking about. It's just honestly the best helmet in the game. Yep. It's just really so wonderful. So yeah, all of that stuff is coming. And then as well as that, there's been a lot of changes to Tier 19 and Tier 20.
Yeah, so Blizzard said that they didn't want, what was the exact phrasing? But basically they didn't want Tier 19 to be OP with all the changes going on and, you know, people farming Tier 19, because, you know, with the 6-piece set bonuses, you could in theory have 4-piece Tier 20 and like 2-piece Tier 19. So they changed a bunch of Tier 19 bonuses to make sure that Tier 20 was an upgrade over Tier 19. And, you know, we have all those data mined. We actually made our usual class and artifact trait changes post today that like lists all the talent and like the abilities and the artifacts and the set bonuses all in one place throughout the PTR, so you can see easily what's changed and maybe understand like if a set bonus doesn't make sense, maybe there's a new talent you weren't aware of, and it makes, you know, more sense with that.
Yeah, for sure. Was there anything else that we needed to touch on in the 7.25 PTR?
I'm taking another look. I mean, the legendary rings were pretty big. There's like a few minor things. There's the mining monkey is a dead mines reward, and there is 2 related to pickpocketing: the sneaky marmot and the dig rat.
Yeah, and the dead mines reward, you're talking about the pet battle dungeon, correct?
Yeah, the pet battle dungeon. So the mining monkey is a reward from completing it. So they had a reward, and then they took it away, and then they put the reward back.
Oh. Typical.
So, yeah.
Typical. Well, as far as live servers go, currently the Spring Balloon Festival is happening, and I made a little thing, and I started to do this yesterday on stream, and I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bit disappointed that there was no like voice lines. Like, it was all, you had to read it all. I was very surprised that they didn't have voice acting for this.
I mean, I think they could say, oh, it's a micro holiday, we don't want to spend too much time on it. But if it was a real holiday, maybe they could give it rewards and have it go longer and have more voice. So this is kind of cute, though. I mean, I do think that it's a neat idea. If you aren't aware, today is the last day you can do it. Basically, there are these 8 balloon rides around Azeroth, and you go up to the Balloon Master and you queue up, and then when there's 3 people, you go on a balloon ride. And the person who is, you know, I don't know, driving the balloon, flying the balloon, has a bunch of conversation prompts. And I guess the idea is you're meant to like RP and talk to the other people and start, you know, answering questions and learning more about each other. And some of them are really funny. There's one in Suramar, and they ask questions like, you know, he's like, oh, I'll quiz you on the lore. And one question is, what is the traditional greeting used in Suramar City? And then he replies with, the correct answer is an illusion. What are you hiding?
An illusion. What are you hiding?
Yeah, and they're all different. Like, one guy hates balloons and says that his family forced him into it. Someone else is time traveling between old and new Nagrand, and like the balloon is malfunctioning. Chen is in Crystal Song Forest, and he's like, oh, I never spent much time here. I don't know why. You throw a goblin out of a different balloon. Someone is bad at balloon rides and is like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just let's have fun. Nessingwary is sad and he wants you to tell jokes to cheer him up. And then another balloon is like a luxurious balloon experience. And the goblin wants to extort you for lots of gold, but then his ogre oaf sidekick ends up like blowing the balloon up. So they
love goblins. Like, I don't know how many times this has come up on this show, but goblins are so hilarious. Like, any time that there's a goblin quest, if it's like a side quest and it's not in the main story, I still always do it because they're always so worth it. My favorite goblin quest this expansion was the one where you get the title for the Gullible, where like one goblin family sends you to go like get stolen stuff from another goblin family, but it turns out that it wasn't stolen. They had sent you to steal it, and then you go back and then their camp is all gone, and then you go to it's the best. It's the best. It's in Stormheim, I think. It's such a good quest.
It's then you get the Gullible title at the end. So good.
That is every time you interact with the Goblin World of Warcraft, you're going on an adventure for sure. So it doesn't surprise me that you end up throwing a goblin out of a balloon. I'm going to finish those up tonight. I did a couple of them the other day on stream, and it wasn't as exciting to stream, being that there wasn't verbal dialogue. So we ended up going and killing a lot of stuff instead, but yeah. But it's definitely still cool. I really, really wish I saw a tweet on Twitter, no way, that somebody had said that they accidentally did all of them thinking they would get an achievement or something, and there was no achievement, but they did all of the balloons with the same 2 people.
Oh, that's cool.
So they ended up like adding them on their friends list and like made friends out of the whole situation. I feel like someone at Blizz feels very accomplished right now over that.
Yeah, that feels at the point like you're meant to. I guess the idea is that you're meant to just like have interactions, which are fun, and that's the friendship is the real reward of the micro holidays.
Absolutely. So I hope that they make some of these into real holidays, though, because there's so many options with something like the Spring Balloon Festival. You know, like you could get a little balloon, toy, or pet.
I know. Or there could be the achievement for doing all of them, or maybe you get a chance of
or you
some
get something that's like
item
frequent flyer. Like that would be that should be the name of the thing. So good.
I like that.
I don't know. Me and Parker are just big proponents of make all the mini holidays real holidays. With
I know.
Stuff.
Pepe needs a micro holiday.
That's right. Oh, I have to send you.
He needs a real holiday.
Did you see what I tweeted out right before the show started?
I did. Soldier 76 Pepe.
So good, right? So I have a bunch of those for the St. Jude fundraiser. I'm doing one of the artists who donated some art that we could give away, allowed people to pick Pepe costumes, and then he drew them. They're so amazing. All of them are so good. But that one was my favorite, the Soldier 76 Pepe. I'm not a young burb anymore. So good. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I don't want to talk about the Armory yet. Talk about other things so we can talk about the Armory because I'm excited.
Okay, yeah. So other new events that are going on, just to run down them quickly. We have the Legion Dungeon event going on for the week. There's the event quest where you do 4 mythics and you can get a heroic Nightborn loot. And if you still need to get stuff done, you can do the Karazhan Mythic Attunement. Those have some mythic quests to do. If you're working on Balance of Power, they have a lot of mythic quests, so if you're doing them, pick up the Emissary of War quest. And then there's Soul Prism of the Illidari, which was made easier. It's only 40 fragments down from 80 now. Also, the Balance of Power is way easier. I started doing the Emerald Nighthold part, and I got 19 out of 30 in one run, so it is better. It's still good to go with friends because those item level requirements for normal Emerald Nightmare are really over the top. It's your item level must be better than Mythic Titan Forged Emerald Nightmare.
It's ridiculous.
Okay.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Yep. Besides that, the world boss is up, Animus, and this is interesting because previously the Stormwar boss was only up for 3 days and could spawn anytime in addition to another boss, but now that boss is up for 7 days and it's the only boss, so yay, I guess people can get their achievement done. And then finally, the Darkmoon Faire is around. It ends Saturday night. If you need reputation for Armies of Legionfall or the Paragon caches, or Legionfall Commander for flying, go to the Ferris, not the Ferris wheel, go to the carousel.
Yeah.
For a minute, and you'll get this buff called which lasts for an hour, and it gives you a 10% reputation and experience gain.
Yeah, and there's so many other cool things to do at the Darkmoon Faire, too. I feel like the Darkmoon Faire is such an underappreciated place in World of Warcraft. There's so many mounts and pets and cosmetics and just cool toys and stuff that are completely unique to everything else in the game. So I don't know, if you haven't checked out the Darkmoon Faire in a while, definitely check it out because there's a lot of cool things that you can get from the Darkmoon Faire. Also the new Inky Black potion.
I know, so cool, makes everything look like it's night, and they last for 2 hours, and you can buy so many of them. They're very cheap to buy, so I know people have.
Yeah, they're 3 gold a piece
of potions.
Yeah, stacks.
So it can always be night.
Stacks on stacks.
Before we go into the Armory, just a reminder, Sass says that we have our weekly giveaway going on in Twitch chat. It is called Shirt or Skirt, and it's for an Alliance or Horde shirt or skirt. The keyword for Twitch chat is one word. It's WoW apparel.
Look at the skirt, though. Okay, so they have this in Alliance, too, but, ew, no one cares.
I'm wearing it right now, so...
This is the Horde one, though. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh, my God. I'm going to knock stuff over. It's super cute, though. It's a little... I don't know. It's not quite T-length, but it's not quite a mini skirt either. It's really adorable.
So we should talk about apparel after we talk about
I know.
the
I'm just excited.
I have Armory thoughts.
God, I'm just excited. Why do you have to smush all my fun?
Because the Armory to me is not that fun.
All right. Well, the Armory is cool anyways, too. I have a little thing so we can look at it. It's right here. Yeah. So they redesigned the Armory, and I was actually live streaming when this happened, so my chat kind of went crazy out of nowhere and was like, oh my God, did you see the Armory?
Yeah.
Did you see the Armory? So it looks awesome.
Yeah, I
think we both paused for caffeine at the same time.
Yeah, it looks very pretty. I think that background image is cool, how it has the order halls. Do
you think that's going to feel dated next expansion, though?
That is true. Maybe they'll update them. Hopefully it won't take, half the expansion
I guess it doesn't matter, though, because it's per class. So, it'll still feel... authentic.
Yeah. I also think that some of the like mini homepages, like the initial achievement page, look cool. How they have those little circles showing your progress towards a certain category. But I feel like when you get beyond the polish, some of the like functionality was removed from it, and I feel like they could have kept a lot of the functionality even with the new layout. So, like for example, I guess I don't know if I'm like more attuned to this because I need to care about things like, you know, filters and search on Wowhead. But for example, on the Met and Pet pages, you can't filter for them anymore. You can't see collected and not collected at the click of a button. Like you can't type in a few letters and, you know, like you can't type in cat and see all the cats. And you can't see if people have named the pets or what the pet abilities are, and you can't see where the pets are from. So it makes it more difficult to, you know, browse someone's collection and see what they're missing if you want to, you know, surprise or gift them something.
Yeah.
And another thing which I thought was weird is that they removed all external links from the Armory. And, you know, this does affect WoW because we were on the achievement pages, but it also affected some places like Wowpedia, I think, for some NPC things. And the strangest part was that, like, they killed all the links to their own BattleNet item database. So if you go onto your character page and you're like, oh, where's this item from? You can't click on the item to go to the BattleNet page that lists the sources. So
Weird.
I feel like if you're talking about the gear, you should at least, I don't know, you need to know the source of the gear. I feel like that's important. Or if you really want an item, it would be cool if you could just, you can't link like the item anymore. It's not possible. So I feel like all that would be useful. Also, professions are gone from the Armory. I know like 2 years ago, Blizzard asked people if they cared about professions because they wanted to remove it, and people said they wanted them to stay. So I don't know if this was on their mind for a while, you know, without combat specific perks, maybe professions weren't as important, but that sort of, you know, was gone. And then recent activity was also gone. So, you know, you can't really see what people have looted or what dungeon they've, you know, recently cleared. So, I mean, there's a lot of big changes that were kind of out of the blue, but I do want to say it looks really nice. I just, you know, I think some of the things cut didn't necessarily need to be cut, like the professions or, you know, not being able to see the source of things like mounts or gear.
Yeah, it just doesn't even make a lot of sense that they would cut those things.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an error. Like, I know when it first came out, character titles were not displaying, and now they are, which, you know, is a cool thing, and that's cool they managed to fix that quickly. So maybe more fixes will be coming. It just seemed, you know, pretty sudden, especially because we are halfway through the expansion. But yeah, Wowhead does cover some of the things on the Armory. So you can, if you go to wowhead.com/list, you can look up all your professions. You can filter your mount and pet collections. You can see all the pet abilities. You can see the pet sources. You can see your custom names for the pet. You can see which are on your pet team. We also show your alternate talent build because the Armory only shows your current talent build. And we've gotten a lot of feedback from people that they want Wowhead to track more things. So we're going to try to add things like, you know, your honor talents to the Wowhead page, or, you know, your artifact relics and traits to the Wowhead list page as well.
Yeah.
So,
sounds good.
Yeah, fun part now.
Yes. I know a couple people in chat said they can hear an echo. It's like a weird thing with Google Hangouts. It's not on either of our ends. I'll try to mute her when I'm talking if I hear it, just so that you guys don't hear it. But I acknowledge that it's a thing, and hopefully we won't be using this system for much longer, because Discord, we really want you to have video chat, please. Discord, Discord God, please. Anyways, so Blizzard was generous enough to send us a bunch of their new apparel, and it is amazing. So what I'm wearing right now is this is the new Hearthstone shrug, and it's got a big hearthstone on the back, and I love these. I love them so much. I want to get this. I think there's a new StarCraft one too that I really want to get.
Oh wow, I did not know that. I need to go check that out.
I think there is. God, now I'm scared. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw. Oh, you know what? There was a StarCraft chiffon top. Maybe it wasn't one of these.
Okay.
They should make a StarCraft one of these though, because it would be awesome colors. It would be like white and baby blue for like Nova. Blizzard, please. But
that would be cool. I would get that.
This was the new shrug. I think Perk and I both got one of these, and she's wearing the Alliance version of that. There's a Horde version as well, and there's one that just has the Warcraft symbol on the back.
So this is the Alliance one. It has the blue. I have the others right here. 1 second. No, I don't. I threw them in a corner.
That's okay. They've been available for a couple months. I just tried to bring out the stuff that we just got. Probably my favorite. Oh, don't mind that. That's just other stuff being knocked off my desk. Probably my favorite thing that I got was actually this hoodie. It reminds me of like a college. It's not a hoodie. It's just a crew neck sweatshirt. There's no hood. But it reminds me of like a college sweatshirt. But it's got nice like seaming in it. It's really nice. And those are like patches that are sewn on that say Azeroth. I really like. I'm gonna wear that with like a collared shirt. They also sent us, you know what's funny is I ordered stuff from the Blizzard Gear Shop as well, and I was really hoping it would be here for today so I could show it off as well, because I bought the Diva leggings, and I bought, they have these new athletic shorts for men, and Blizzard sent them in my size, and if you think I'm not going to wear them, you're crazy. I'm totally going to wear them, but I bought them for my husband in both colors, because there's a dark color too. But these are really, really nice, and they also sent me the jersey that goes with those, and I'm kind of obsessed with this. This is the front, and then it's got like the mesh on the side, and then the back says Overwatch. It's really nice. It's really nice. Then we got these new thermal tops. Oh, I should probably take us off of the Armory page, huh? Unless you guys want to just keep the Armory scrolling while we're talking about this. My bad.
Did they miss anything?
No, we were both on screen. The Armory was just also on screen. Cool. We have the same one.
Yeah. I have a Horde one, too. I'll pull out of his package in a second.
Oh, that's okay.
So this is the Alliance one.
Perk has the Alliance one. This is the Horde one. There's also one of these for Diablo. I believe it's black.
I think everyone has, like, there's a Heroes one.
Yep.
And
there's all sorts of these, and these are like waffle print material.
I really like the Horde one because the buttons really pop and stand out.
Yeah, my husband was like, order me that. Order me that. Then they came out with a couple new, we didn't get all of the new Overwatch shirts. I got the McCree one and the Lucio one. I was kind of bummed because I actually play a whole lot of Roadhog and Junkrat, and those are the other two. They're the same. They're brown, and they have like their simple face spray. This is the Lucio
I got the same ones.
Yep. Then they also came out with toddler versions of the Lucio shirt as well as the Hanzo shirt, which cracked me up. I didn't get the onesie that I got. Was,
the back
it's so cute. Let's drop the beat. The onesie that I got, I'm sending to my friend. If you guys watch me at all, you know I'm really good friends with Sarah. I am Cheeb, and she actually has 2 little girls, and they sent me the toddler size Diva shirt and the toddler size onesie. And on the butt, and they're the Diva ones, they have the bunny, and then on the butt of the toddler onesie, or on the baby onesie, it says nerf this, which I thought was super cute.
Diva toddler tee is an actual tee because it's really cute.
It's really cute. Yeah, it's really, really cute. So some people in chat said they're getting Echo and they're not getting Echo. It kind of goes in and out because it's not hardware. It's just the service. But it's better than Skype. We're doing our best.
I'm actually not noticing it this time.
I heard it a minute ago. It's coming in and out. I really like the new muscle tees that we got too. I think I might cut the armpits even longer so that I can wear like a sports bra and it'll be like, where it's like almost open on the whole side.
Right. So I'm actually wearing the Alliance one right now. So
I wish
it's
it was
like
black and red instead of red and red.
Yeah, I feel like Blizzard's, a lot of the Horde things have moved in the red on red direction. So
I know. As someone with pink hair, I do not approve.
Oh.
And then, are you wearing the skater skirt right now?
Yeah. These
are really nice.
Yep. So.
You're too small. Yep. No one can see. That's cute. She's got pictures on her Twitter, too, so that you can see her whole outfit. Perk's always cute, though. Your outfits are always on point.
And I have the Horde one as well. Are you showing the Horde one?
I showed the Horde one, yeah.
Okay.
I showed the Horde one. But, yeah, so all that stuff is super nice. And they had some other stuff as well. Like I said, there's a new women's chiffon top that's StarCraft. They have the new Nova leggings. They also came out with the officially licensed Diva leggings.
One sec.
Oh, Perk's going somewhere. I don't know where. They came out with the officially licensed Diva leggings. They came out with
Were you sent posters? Because I
only got one poster, and I haven't opened it because I'm actually going to give it away on stream. I'm making like a prize pack, and in that prize pack too, if you guys care. Oh, you got a good one.
So I got this.
I don't.
And then
all right, let me
the
peek and see
second
which
one-
one I got. Now I'm curious. Whoever wins
got-
this, I did open it.
And then I got Widowmaker as a
Oh, you got
second
two? I only got one. Favoritism.
They roll them up. I mean, maybe they got stuck together because it says on this thing.
Wait, do you get two? Oh, it has two. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got
it
two
contains
then.
too many posters. Yeah.
I didn't realize there were two in there. I'm opening this right now because now I'm curious because I saw what you got. So whoever gets this from me, I totally opened it and got cooties all over it. All right, what do we got? Oh, I got the same ones you did.
Oh, cool.
I got the exact same ones you did.
There's 13 posters total. There's like a Winston. There's, Tracer, Soldier 76, a lot of the sort of promotional stills. So, yeah, that's what we got. If you have any questions about like sizing or fit, let us know. I guess I have a few comments about the sizing and fit. Blizzard made a new sizing chart for women's, I think. Yeah. So some of the sizing may have changed. Pay attention to their charts.
I would also pay attention to the brand because, like, We Love Fine, as a rule of thumb, runs kind of big. So if you're like me, like, I'm in between a small and a medium usually. For We Love Fine, I always get a small. But, like, Wild Bangarang, I can wear medium. Like, it kind of... Pay attention to the brand because there's a lot of cool stuff. Also, now I have to show you guys this because I've been holding on to this. That prize bundle that I'm making for my donation streams, I also have signed artwork for the Tomb of Sargeras patch. And this
nice.
This is signed by the artist who did this key art. His name is Glenn.
Yeah, I got sent that too. I think I tweeted that a few weeks ago. It's super cool.
I've been keeping it a secret because I'm gonna make like the equivalent of an Easter basket of random, like, cool things that I've collected to go into the grand prize bin.
Yeah. One more thing I wanted to say just about sizing and fit. So, I'm wearing, the skirt I was wearing is a size small, and it fits me fine, but you might want to, size up because I'm tiny.
Yeah, Perk is very small. She is a human goblin. Or no, I guess you're Alliance. My bad.
Goblins are cool, too.
I like goblins better. They have the best hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I feel like a goblin would have more of my hair, and gnomes are more like pigtails and buns.
Goblins are like a little more fierce, and gnomes are a little more cute. Like, I feel like on a spiritual level, you might relate a little more with goblins.
I'm fine with that. But because I am like fun-sized, the waffle shirts are a little big on me.
They fit me well. Well, the waffle shirts are unisex. That's why.
Yeah.
It's not like they were women's. Because I generally, when it comes to, I'm a long person. I'm the opposite of Perk. If you've ever seen a picture of us standing next to each other, it's comical. Like, I'm like a foot taller than her. And so when it comes to Blizzard stuff as a tall person, I tend to, when it comes to like hoodies or pants, I always will get the men's sizes. That way they're long enough, and if it's long sleeves, I'll get the men's version. But when it's like t-shirts and stuff, I can usually wear the right size, like small or medium.
Yeah, so, like, half of this merchandise has, like, the Overwatch shirts, there's men and women's cuts, but the waffle shirts, it's just unisex. So, if you care about fit, like, I know some people don't, they're just like, oh, well, comfy shirt, that's awesome. That's me. Just be aware as you're ordering stuff.
Yeah, I did not think I liked this. When I saw it on the website, like, when I saw it modeled, I was like, ooh, I don't know about that mustard color, but how good does it look with my Wowhead shirt?
That looks cool.
Doesn't it look nice? And then I've got yellow in my pants, so I feel like I'm so coordinated. Thank you, Blizz. But what's cool right now?
I like the shrug. I hope they keep doing more of them.
I hope they do more shrugs too.
Really versatile.
I feel like every time I wear them too, I get compliments.
Yeah, like the fit is really flattering. They go with a variety of different stuff. It's
the Warcraft one was sold out immediately, and it didn't come back in stock for like months because it's like gray with black, so it literally matches everything. Yeah,
I really like the idea of having kind of fancier, formalish. Warcraft wear is, people want to dress up for something like BlizzCon.
Yeah, part of what I really like about what Blizzard's done recently is that for years and years and years and years, the first time I ever saw a Blizzard shirt that I was like, oh, wow, look at the cut of that, was when Overwatch came out, and the Reaper shirt was that butterfly tee. And I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, it's not just a men's tee, like printed on a woman's fitted shirt. And since then, they've really branched out into, so many different, and that's not just for women either, men's too. I mean, they have Hawaiian shirts, they have
Yeah.
thermals, they have work type, you know, like polos and stuff like that. They have jerseys, they have, you know, athletic wear. I feel like I'm so happy with how much they've branched out, and the clothes are always such high quality. I wear them all the time. I mean, I know that's shocking to all the people who see me on stream dressed all the time, but I wear them all the time.
Yeah. You show them a picture of me in like the matching Alliance and Horde outfits, or
I don't have that in my. Hold on, I can add it. Give me like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
I can make this happen.
I was gonna say, because like I don't always wear like gamer gear, and I like wearing skirts and a lot.
You do a great job when you do, though. You look so
I like accessorizing, so that's why I wanted Panzer to bring up the image.
Do it.
The Alliance and Horde versions.
Add image. I'm doing it. I'm doing it live. I think it is right. I think it's saved to Wowhead, and then today's the 12th. I'm doing a better job of saving things in reasonable... Oh, it only saved one. Hold on, I got to get the other one. This is one. And hold on, I'll get the other mirror image one. So that
also, in Funko news, I think, as you're doing that, I think that there's a special version of the Diva Pop on the Gear Shop, and that won't be available until July.
Yeah, they said the other day that the pops would be... The pop thing is, like, honestly borderline controversial at this point.
Okay.
My sister, like, hardcore collects pops, and I was streaming with her when all of that went down, and she was, like, furious because apparently some places released theirs early, and they were...
Oh, like, I did not know about any of this. I just was like, oh, something to fill her, more merchandise.
Yeah, no, some people were extremely upset about that. Like, my sister is a crazy pop collector, and she was... all upset. All upset. But okay, so I have your picture, your mirror image, Horde and Alliance up on screen now so everybody can see it.
Yep.
And
so
it looks awesome.
You can get those shirts. I think the shirts are discounted. They're like old shirts, but they're really cool, and they have stripes on the back. And then I'm wearing the skirt that just came out, and then I'm wearing the matching shrugs that were also on sale in fall 2016. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's just fun to accessorize, you know, wear it with different things. You know, it doesn't scream Warcraft, but I'm wearing, you know, 3 Blizzard shop items in each thing. It's very Alliance and Horde.
It's funny because I know we're not talking about those tank tops right now, but those tank tops are amazing. I have the Nexus one as well, and it's so cool because the Nexus is like galaxy, and then the stripes on the back are like blue and purple.
Yeah, the stripes make it look very. It's very cute. It's very fun.
They're like, very cute. I wore that to the year that it came out. I wore that to BlizzCon. Like that was one of the things I wore to BlizzCon. Yeah. It's like one of my favorites. I really like all the. Really they've done a lot of cool tank tops in the past couple of years that I've really liked. I don't know. Yeah. I just like how many things that they've come out with that are just not, like, for so long, as somebody who's played video games my whole life, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, if you wanted to get any sort of merchandise to express your fandom, it was just the same exact shirt. You were either getting a men's shirt or you were getting the design just on a women's shirt, and it seems like Blizzard has just gone so far lately to really, like, allow people to express their personality and their style and their taste. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm really excited to wear that skirt. My sister's going to be excited because she's going to get all the Alliance stuff. That's her favorite part about being my sister.
Because I have a lot of red and black in my wardrobe, so I'm like, oh, well, I can repurpose the Horde one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we should do the merch codes before we move on to Wowhead stuff.
I was going to do that, I swear.
You can get this on sale. Woohoo.
So, yeah, okay. So right now we do have a merchandise code with the Blizzard Gear Shop, which the timing on this is wonderful. It is code WowheadMay, and you get 15% off of any Warcraft products. Now, keep in mind that won't cover any of the Overwatch merchandise we showed you, but it will cover those tank tops we showed you, the skirts. There's a bunch of stuff right now that is Warcraft, new and old, that is definitely worth checking out.
He is on sale. Traveler Pepe.
Pepe is on sale. And we have a bunch of, like, I don't know if you've seen... Oh, sorry, meant to go to main camera. We have so many, like, the Pepes. So Ninja Pepe got attacked by my cat. You can't see him, but he's over there. But we got Traveler Pepe, who's, I don't know, he might be my favorite of all the Pepes. And then I also have my Pepe that Precious made me a little elephant hat last year for St. Jude. But I'm excited to see...
I have so many Pepes.
I have 3. I have 3, and then Nick has 1, so I have 4 total in my house. And I thought I had a lot, but you probably have more than me.
Yeah, I have 5 right now.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad. We're pretty close to being in the same.
But then I have the baby Pepe that Carly made me, the Puggle Pepe.
Yeah, the one that I got you for Christmas.
Yep. And then I have 2 Rowlets, and, like, they're kind of Pepe. I mean, they're orange birds. I've got a big Rowlet.
Herb really likes birds. It's so bad. It's to the point where, like, I almost stopped on the side of the road to take a picture for you the other day because there was a duck crossing sign. And I was like, Perk needs to see this. And then I was like, Danielle, it's a highway. You can't just pull over. That's not responsible. But I'll have you know, there was totally a duck crossing sign.
a few Japanese accounts, which are just like pictures of someone taking images of their pet duck.
It's amazing. You
So,
need a
I
pet
don't
duck. Is
understand
what you need.
I do. My family has pet ducks. They're very cute, but they live far away. They're so cute, though.
Yeah.
But there are not ducks in WoW, but we have
Not yet.
the WoW Day discount, which, was not just the WoW apparel, but the Pepe. And then we also have the Jinx discount as well. And I know Jinx has a lot of t-shirts.
They just came out with a bunch of new stuff, too. So we do have the Jinx code. That is 20% off all Blizzard products, which does include Overwatch, Diablo, whatever. That is through May 31st, and you can use code Wowhead and 20% off, which that's a big chunk discount. Like, I was surprised at how big of a discount they gave us this month with all that new stuff that just came out.
Products, so it's like if you want, I think they did something for the Hearthstone Championship. They've got some like cool Illidan's Return Spectral Edition glow in the dark shirt. And yeah, their stuff's like always, really comfy. But they also have things like lanyards and belts and keychains, and they're really high quality as well. And their Legion hoodie is amazing. It's like one of my favorite.
Yeah, the one that you see in the middle there. I wear that one all the time. I actually couldn't find it, and it was because I had when I was traveling a lot, I would leave it in my car so that I would always have it when I went to the airport. Like, because I would come back from wherever I was, and it would have been warm, and then it's always freaking cold in New York. Right. So it was like left in my car for like 3 months because I was traveling nonstop, and it was like my comfort hoodie. Like, the moment I got home, I was just wrapping myself in the Illidari. So yeah, that's what's going on there. You want to talk a little bit about Wowhead stuff?
Yeah, so we've had a few things going on Wowhead. We put up a hiring notice for various contract paid positions. We're looking for an SEO consultant because, SEO is like search engine optimization, and we want to make sure that all the cool, tools and filters and guides and user comments are showing up for the terms that people are looking for each patch, whether you are a brand new player or an advanced player. So this is not like a full-time permanent position with Wowhead, but rather someone that could give us consulting advice that the Wowhead team could implement, and we could check back like every patch or after every major development. And if you have top level SEO, I know some people a few months ago reached out asking if we'd be interested in someone working on SEO. So now's your chance to help out and spread the word about more people finding Wowhead when you go looking for things.
Yeah.
The other thing we're looking for is that we're working on a cool project involving our Korean site. We've started data mining and localizing a lot more Korean terms, and we want to ramp things up quickly, and we're looking for a native speaker to work with our community support team on a number of tasks, which will be localizing and translating Wowhead's menus quickly, as well as popular guides and comments. And different from other localizing things, we're also going to have this position. This person can also post on like Korean social media, as well as do some design changes to Wowhead pages to have them reflect design standards that are, more popular in Korea than the United States, to have, the information pop better for the people looking at it. So we've got a few leads so far, and we're still, looking for more people to apply. And when you do apply, please translate a popular comment on Wowhead, so like the balance of power comment, because we just want to make sure that you can do what you're saying you are doing. And yeah, those are the two. Again, these are paid, but they're contract positions, so it's not like, oh, this is full time. But you will be paid by article or project completed.
Yep.
And then finally, we have some cool guide projects going on. Kitsuki today actually finished coordinating our series of 36 artifact challenge guides. So, we've always had these awesome user comments and tips, which are great. And then we asked our spec guide writers to, create a detailed page, like saying everything about that challenge for that spec. So you have like a video, you have recommended gear and consumables, and like ranked legendaries and talents for each phase, and then tips for each phase. And they're all done now. We have 36 of them, and that was a big project, and it's just really awesome that we have that completed now. And, big thanks to our writers for doing the challenges and breaking it down. And yeah.
Ugh. People are like, hey, have you done your artifact challenge yet? I'm like, no, I have no interest in doing that. That sounds horrible. Thanks.
the Havoc ones are really cool with flames. and I got one of the legendaries that is recommended for phase 1. So I'm like, oh, if I get my eye level up a little higher, then maybe I'll start trying for it. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. My Nick has been working on his, and it's just, you just hear a lot of like bear noises because he plays a guardian druid, so you hear a lot of like rah, clah, rah, and then you hear him like swearing, like so it's a lot of noise, it's a lot of anger. I don't know, I'm not ready for that in my life at all. They seem so difficult. But I believe we've been taking questions throughout the entire show. So what do we have from our live at-home audience?
Yep. So, let's see. So, someone asked 212 How Ron says they recently updated your characters page. Is there anything that you think would be particularly helpful? I feel like we covered some of this, but I mean, I would say like my top things would be bring back the professions, let people click on the items to see where they're from on the Blizzard page, maybe add more talents and honor talents and bring back the Wowhead links for the achievements because, a lot of the achievements there's no like Blizzard page for the achievements. It's hard to figure out what they do.
As far as the Armory goes, this isn't directly tied into that question, but I really wish they would tie all of the apps together. Like, I feel like there should be one Blizzard or World of Warcraft app where you can, like, control your authenticator, where you can do the Armory, where you have your, like, mobile chat. And it should be, at this point, there should be mobile Battle.net chat. You should be able to just use mobile Battle.net chat, like, not in, like, in particular WoW. And I think you should be able to use your Blizzard emojis in that chat that you've earned in Heroes of the Storm. I know that's not directly related to the Armory, but I really hate that there's two separate apps, and then the authenticator is its own app. I really wish they would roll those together and bring them up to speed. I know
people were saying that the the new Armory was mobile friendly, so maybe this is a step in the right direction. Like, we have to get the layout to work on mobile devices, and then we can...
Well, they are, so this is... I haven't done a Blizzard news video in, like, 2 weeks because of the charity thing. I've just been super busy, but the last Blizzard video I did, I went through a bunch of stuff that... There was actually a posting for the, incubation department at Blizzard looking for somebody with a lot of experience in mobile game development. So a lot of people are thinking that that's maybe, if it's not a game, like, if they're not actually working on a game, that they might be trying to make some sort of all-inclusive Blizzard app, especially since they rebranded Battle.net as Blizzard app. It would kind of make sense that would be something that would be available on multiple platforms.
Yep.
Alan Adham, please!
Lock from YouTube asked, when do you think they will announce a new expansion, Gamescom or BlizzCon?
I think Gamescom is August, so I would think that... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. You go.
So I think it's BlizzCon because we don't know much about 7.3 yet, and I feel like maybe we get 7.3 at Gamescom.
That's exactly what I was going to say, is that I think we'll get a lot of information about 7.3 at Gamescom, and then BlizzCon will be the unveiling of the new expansion, because we know that there is another raid after Tomb of Sargeras. We know 7.3 is a huge patch. We're going to an entirely new place, new outdoor zones, a lot of new stuff coming in 7.3. 7.3 will be a very meaty patch, so I can't see them announcing an expansion in, like, July or August.
Yeah. Ty from YouTube, and thanks YouTubers for streaming and watching along with us. We are trying something new and more platforms this time.
Oh my god, no, I loved all the YouTube commenters. Like, when I started it, people were like, what's going on? What are they streaming? What's happening? Like, it was my favorite thing. So everybody's like, what's happening?
Yeah. He asked, did we ever figure out what the quest item with Invincible was about? No, and just so people are curious, there's a quest version of Invincible's Reigns, and it has some funny flavor text. So my guess is that...
Go ahead. I was just going to say, I saw a really interesting comment in my video when I talked about that apparently there was a Death Knight quest line that sent you to go get a mount or a weapon or something, and it was just the quest item, so a lot of people think it has to do with an Order Hall quest.
Interesting. So just the text on this is, the infamous mount of the Lich King is sought by many collectors.
Oh, that flavor text makes it seem, though, like it has something to do with getting the mount.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a heavy debate. When I talked about that in a video, the debate was real. Like, that was every comment was like, yay, they're finally letting other people get it. And then the other comments were like, why does this person deserve it? And I have very strong feelings about this because RNG does not make anybody get something that they deserve. Somebody could go in and on their very first try get invincible, and somebody could do it 1,000 times and never see it drop. So, like, I'm a big fan of, like, I have no problem with grinding things out, but I do think there should be bad luck protection on kind of everything.
Yep. Well, maybe if they have the tech now, they can extend the tech. Hopefully, I don't know.
Extend the tech. We have the technology.
Yeah, like, oh, there are 8 legendary mounts, and, like, you'll get your first legendary mount faster than your second, and then there's chance will stay from third to fourth. Wolfgang Winter from YouTube said, I was mostly wondering if in the PTR they were talking about increasing the number of legendaries by 1 for those rings, or if they don't count against the 2 limit. We don't really know much about them. They show up in the legendary tab along with all the other legendaries that are part of the 2 cap. Usually a vendor on the PTR will sell gear to test. So like the tier 20 gear you can test on the PTR, but these rings are not for testing sale yet. So we don't really know how they work.
Yeah, and also I feel like we have to keep kind of an open mind in that department because ever since legendaries were announced in the way they are in Legion, people have been asking, you know, will it be 1? Will it be 2? How many? And they've said multiple times, you know, it's going to start out with the 1, you have to earn your second one, and then, you know, we're open to discussion from there. So I would not be surprised if they weren't on the same, or if they started to allow you to do 3, or, you know, we're getting pretty late into the expansion. You know, we're probably a good midway through. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that'll work, but I would not be surprised if we found out that these rings run a separate lockout.
Yep, we'll see. What else is there? Tidphil says, I'd like to see a Pepe quest chain, maybe to get him a crown or a statue for Order Hall.
Wait a second. Oh my god. I have the most rage-inducing. I'm so mad at Blizzard regarding Pepe. So my sister and I spent all day on stream farming out to get the permanent Pepe whistle because I never did it in Warlords of Draenor. I thought it would be a super fun stream thing to do, and we did the whole thing and then couldn't finish it because Drove wasn't up. Only the Tarlna was up. And that's not every other week. It just RNG spawns whenever it feels like it, but you have to wait a whole week. So we waited the whole week. I had an alarm set on my phone. When I woke up that morning, it said, today's the day you get Pepe. And then I got on, went to Drove, he wasn't there, and then Tarlna was there. And I was like, I mean, I felt so bad, everybody watching my stream, because it was just 30 minutes of me being like, this is stupid. This is so dumb. Right. So genuinely, I just wish they would, that's a really... I don't know why those 2 bosses need to spawn separately when their gear was never good to begin with.
Yeah.
Those types of limitations are why people didn't do world bosses, you know, in the first place.
Yep. Ugh. So hopefully that will get fixed. Pepe does not want to see you rage. Pepe.
Yeah, I agree though. I think Pepe should be something that's easier. Like, I hate that. So, you know, you can get him in the Rogue class Order Hall. You can get him if you find him randomly in Dalaran, but otherwise you have to go to Warlords of Draenor. And I really wish they would have put a Pepe in every Order Hall, or somewhere, like maybe when you go into the pet shop in Dalaran, there's a Pepe there that you can put on your head. Like, they've done all of this stuff to kind of merchandise and capitalize off of Pepe, but like in game, I feel like he's sort of this like nostalgia thing almost already.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I started getting back into artifact power mainly because I wanted my Pepe at 52 traits.
Yeah, obviously.
But, yeah. I mean, like, I think, it would be cool if there was, like, a central Pepe place or thing for him.
Yeah, just where you could go get him now. Because, like, I
want a Pepe holiday where it's, like, the origin of Pepe finally, or they bring back the menagerie with the 8 Pepes, and it's, like, Pepe madness, and Pepe is everywhere, and...
Or, like, if every bird in the game was replaced with Pepe just for one day.
That would be cute. Or like
there'd be so many cute things they could do.
Yeah, I like the April Fool's joke where he just covered an island, like a test island with Pepe.
So good. So anyways, hopefully this Tuesday, Drove will spawn, and I will finally have my Pepe whistle, and it's going to be life-changing. I'm just going to have Pepe on my head at all times. I think I have all the costumes except for Traveler. I just haven't seen him, and I haven't gone, like, you know, I haven't sought him out.
It would be cool if there would be some way you could select a disguise, like if there was a tutorial, like you go for Pep and you talk to him, because, you know, sometimes you're just, you know, running through lots of disguises trying to find the one you want.
Yeah.
But That's not Pepe's fault. We love Pepe.
I'm super excited to get mine, though. I really hope Drove is up this Tuesday. I'm going to be so bummed if Tarlna's up again. If Tarlna's up again, I'm starting a Change.org petition.
Yeah.
Remove Tarlna from World of Warcraft permanently.
The final question from Wrigglehoof is, what is the largest amount of nether shards people have reported looting from the boxes in the cave in the Broken Shore? So if you don't know what this is, there's a little quest series you have to do to like find this like treasure goblin called like Treasure Master. It's rigged, and it keeps running away.
You have to click on a little rope that's under a tree, and then it brings you to like a secret lair.
Yeah, and when you do this 6-part quest chain, you go to his lair and you turn in nether shards for the worm tongue cache key. Then you open chests, and you get more nether shards. And the idea is that you gamble, and you're hoping that you get way more nether shards than the cost of the key.
Yeah.
The catch is that you can get one nether shard, which was the very first thing I opened with the key gave me 1 nether shard.
Perfect.
But then they were asking, what's the max amount? And I think people have, Prosk left a comment saying, my wife just opened one cache and got 101,816 shards.
Wow.
So
I would have been so excited if that was my life.
Yep.
I've never gotten any. The other day I got 1, and then I also got. Can you get artifact power? Because I feel like I got 1, and then I got artifact power.
You can get pretty good artifact power tokens from the caches.
Yeah.
Like they're better than normal.
Yeah. I got a really good artifact power token, but I got 1 nether shard as well. It was like the cherry on that sundae.
Yep.
Someone said they saw a YouTube video where someone got 555,000.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
I would just be sitting there getting all of the gear, all of it.
Finally, one last question from Lone Samurai. What is a flock of Pepes called?
I feel like it would be like, so there's a gaggle of geese.
Yep.
Right? And there's, what do they call, ravens are called...
I kind of like the idea of a pile of Pepes, especially if they're plushies, they just sort of pile up.
A pile of Pepes. Yeah, that's cute.
As alliteration.
That's cute.
What do you think, Pepe?
I don't know. It could be a garrison of Pepes.
Ooh, I like that. They're like very determined in some little army configuration.
A murder of crows. That's what it is. A raven. It's a murder of Pepes.
I think when they made the April Fool's joke about Pepe, it was like, oh, the murder of crow is replaced with like a lot of Pepes.
A lot of Pepes. That would be amazing.
A lot.
If you could get a cuddle of Pepes, that's cute. A fluff of Pepes, a swarm of Pepes, a party of Pepes. I'm reading chat.
Oh, I like that.
A chirp of Pepes. Oh my gosh, I love everybody's idea. They're so cute. They're so cute.
I like this.
So,
finally,
there was one question in the chat too that said where we go to purchase the merchandise on today's show. That would be
gear.blizzard.com.
Thank you. All right, I was gear.blizzard.com, and if you use code WowheadMay, you will get 15% off.
Yep.
Gear.blizzard.com.
Speaking of gear, today's winner of the shirt was Keyboard Turner TV, and he selected the Horde long sleeve shirt that we showed earlier on the show.
Good choice.
Cool,
that was a good choice.
With the cool black buttons.
A parliament of Pepes. Oh my god, that's a good one. A plush pile of Pepes. A mill of Pepes. I love this. An unkindness of ravens. Oh, you guys are too much. Well, this was a good show, other than the mild echo and.
Yep.
But all in all, going well. Next week we should be live on Facebook as well. I'm not sure why that didn't work today, but I didn't do a test stream, so I guess it's my own fault.
Yep.
But I'll figure it out before next time. Thank you guys all for watching. Do you have anything else that you need to add, Perk?
Just the Mage Tower is going to be spawning, I think, in EU soon and NA in a few days. So check out our Mage Tower guides and, let us know if there's more stuff you would like to see as far as guides or news or more like Discord integration you want us to do, because we're open to the PTR is not as intense now, so as we plan stuff for the second half of the year, we want to make sure we're doing what the community is interested in having us do.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for watching us on YouTube. It was awesome. I know we kind of came in out of nowhere and didn't really announce anything. It was cool to have like a bunch of you guys come and watch us there, and the chat was very active. So, yeah, I appreciate all of that. And thank you to everybody who is subscribed to us here on Twitch, follows us, watches us on YouTube, watches us the next day, all of the things. A huge thank you to all of our Wowhead Premium subscribers. If you are unfamiliar, Wowhead Premium is a paid monthly subscription service to Wowhead, which removes all ads from both mobile and desktop as long as you are signed in. It allows you to track quests and to customize your Today on the Broken Isles. There's all sorts of benefits, but the biggest one is obviously that you are directly supporting Wowhead content creators and, of course, no ads. It is $1 per month or $9 for the full year. So thank you to everybody who has chosen to subscribe to us that way. We really, really appreciate it. And we will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Wowhead, we upload all of our videos afterwards to youtube.com/wowhead. We stream live at twitch.tv/wowhead. We should also be streaming on our Facebook and our YouTube next week, pending all things go well. But thank you guys again for watching, and congratulations to the winner of our giveaway, and we will see you around. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.